Hi, my name is Taylor Melching, and I'm going to be showing you my Mission San Carlos Borromeo de Carmelo on Xbox One in Minecraft. And it took me 5 days to do it. So now you guys are gonna get to see what it looks like. So here we go. So as you can see, I'm coming up to these crops that I have planted. There were probably actually more, but what I used is potatoes and carrots, because that's what we had. However, they probably grew more than that. So next, we have my waterfall that I have made, and it's actually really cool because it runs on real water. And as you can see here, I have a garden of flowers, and I just use this to make it look like more homely, you know. And next, this is the church that I have done, and it is really big. So let's go take a look inside. Says church. Alright, so as you can see here, I have some bookshelves and some windows to give it light in the room. And I used glowstone as the lights, and if you can notice, there is a big cross in the middle because it showed on some pictures that I have seen what it looks like and how it would have been to live there. And here is where they would talk and speak, and what they held here, what Father Sarah held here was they held baptisms, funerals, and marriages. And I thought it was really interesting that he held that, because it's just so fascinating. So yeah, we can get a little bit better glimpse of it as I go over here. So let's see. So there's the whole church. And next we are going to move on of where everything was happening in the mission, the daily life of it. So as you can see, I have planted some flowers to look homely, like I said in the beginning. Now, as you can see here, here's the Prime Minister's room, and I will go in. And here is their bed, where they had their personal items in this chest, and they had a flower on top of a stone. They had a furnace and a crafting table in case they needed something. Next, we are going to go check out the Padres' quarters. The soldiers' quarters. So we will go in, and as you can see, I have a fire pit, but I used lava instead because the fire was burning out. And over here, there are more than 21 beds in here, and over each bed, there are candles and some chests. And this table is where they would eat at night, and breakfast and lunch. So yeah, that's pretty much the soldiers' quarters. And oh, it's raining. We'll go out here, and here is the horse stables. And the reason why I built this is because this top over the roof is because in case it rains like this, it would keep the soldiers' horses dry, and it'd get them places quicker. And here is a flower bed that I thought would look nice and neat if I added it, and a lot of color. So that looks nice. Next, we'll go check out the kitchen, which I had a memory of this is what it would look like in the real pictures, and it actually looked like this. So this is the kitchen right there, and we're gonna go check it out. So here's the big large table here that I thought was really neat, and I added some cakes on top of it to look really cool. And actually, did you know that in survival you can actually eat these, which I thought is also really cool, and the graphics are neat on here. And here is the villager that is cooking all the food. He over the stove and stuff, and oven, and he can go in the crafting table and craft whatever he wants with his materials, with his food, and with his bread, apples, and cake. And over here is the cross, and I saw on a picture that this is what it would look like in the real mission in the kitchen. So it looks really neat, actually. So we're gonna go check out the chicken stables, where it's actually really neat. to hear what they did with the chickens. So, as you can see, here's a chicken farm, and they use the chickens for like their eggs, and they use them for their meat as well. In case like they wanted to have chicken for like dinner or something, and they would kill the chickens and they would eat them. So next we're gonna go on to their cattle, the cow pen, and they did the same thing. They did the same thing with them, and they also collected their milk from them to use as like also like a drinking source, and they would use them as a meat source as well. So that's the cow pen. And next we are going to move on to the workshop. The workshop is where they would build things, like if they needed something fixed, like their tools, they would come to the workshop and they would ask some of the workers to help them. So as you can see, I used the villagers as the Native Americans, and as you can see here, it says helpers, helper. So it can actually, so like in pretend, you can go up to them and say, excuse me, blah, 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 and stuff like that. And next we will move on to the crafting area, where they would go inside and you could craft things. So they have like potions, books, and so other stuff. So next, we are gonna go check out this, where it says, line starts here, and it has a lot of cool things actually. You can go over here and it says, these are your helpers, and this is supplies that you would maybe need. So, here's the weapons and tools. Here is armor, tools, and weapons. And here's the materials that they might have needed to craft some things. And here are like the blocks that they would have used. And over here, this is where they would pay emeralds and diamonds. Next, we will go check out the cemetery where Father Sarah lies dead. Alright, so we're going to go check out the cemetery right now, and it's going to be pretty cool. So, as you can see, it says cemetery, and I saw on a photo that they had 2 crosses to look neat. So, as you can see, here are the stones where they lie dead, right here, the headstones, and here are the flowers that I planted to look a little bit more comforting and to remember them. And Father Sarah lies dead here. So next we will check out where the Native Americans were living, and they pretty much have everything the same thing is in every room, and they have like the flowers and stuff. So I can go in here and they would have flowers and all these pretty things, and I planted some flowers outside their window so it would look good. And next we're going to go check out this other flower bed. This flower bed is for just to look nice and stuff. And now we're gonna go check out the wishing well that I thought was really neat. I built it myself, and what they would do here is they would come over here and get water if they needed it. So they would use it as a water source if they ever ran out of water or something. And these are the other crops that I have made. They grew potatoes and carrots, like the same things out in the front, but except the only things that are different is they grew melons and pumpkins, which I also grew. It's really neat. And that's all for now. So thanks for your time and listening. Goodbye.